I also don't think it was a good signal for the president to give $400 million in aid to Gaza. He had a choice to make last week. The president could have had the choice between standing with Benjamin Netanyahu or standing with Ahmadinejad and Hamas. Hamas is a terrorist organization. This should not have been a difficult choice, but the president chose to stand with Hamas, and then they were rewarded this week with $400 million in aid. Gee, you don't think that will embolden them to take future aggressive actions against Israel, do you? I mean, these are very serious consequences, and we have to consider them, I think, very strongly.
Congresswoman, we talked about that at the top of the show, the fact that we are considering giving $400 million to an area that is controlled by Hamas. Now, I know the administration is going to say, look, this money is going to be very carefully monitored, but every time we give money to an area that is controlled by a terrorist organization, whether it's the PLO or Hamas, some of that slips through to the terrorists. Isn't that against law? I mean, we put people in jail who contribute money to Hamas, even indirectly.
Well, absolutely. Why would we be trying to prop up that government? And again, the humanitarian flotillas that come through with medicine, food, and supplies for the people that live in the Gaza region, Israel is all too happy to let that humanitarian aid go through. I mean, after all, remember, Israel supplies the electricity for Gaza. So Israel wants people to do well in Gaza, but it's the idea of weaponry that we have to stop. And again, we don't want to be getting munitions or money to the terrorist organizations dealing with Hamas.
Money's fungible. It can be used on one day for housing and another day for guns. Are you going to start up some kind of congressional hearing to look into this? Because it would literally be against the law to contribute money to an organization that funnels money to terrorists.
Well, it has to have oversight. And, of course, we have the power of the purse in the House of Representatives. It's our position to superintend these monies. So it's imperative that we make sure where every dime goes. And, again, I'm against sending this $400 million over to Hamas. I think it's a very foolish thing to do, to reward them for these aggressive actions that were taken last week. But at minimum, we have to superintend these monies.
Congresswoman Michele Bachmann. Congresswoman, thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it.
David, thank you.